will start it off with, why am I blanking? Final Destination Bloodlines. I did went to go check that one out. Before I get into that one, I obviously rewatched all of the other ones. They're like all of them, I think, top 10 except for one, which I'll talk about right now.
Saw that.
Yeah, all of them except one were in the top 10, and obviously people preparing to go watch Bloodlines. So I did that as well. Solid movies. I mean, they are what you expect, right? You watch these movies for the gore, for the kills, for all the way the different types of things that could happen to somebody. My personal ranking, I think I have 2, 3, surprisingly 5. 5 has a great twist. If you guys have never seen the Final Destination movies, 5 has a great twist and is actually pretty solid. Was it 2, 3, 5, and then 4? No, 1, and then 5. 4. 4 is the worst one, and I found that out after I watched it. I was like, no, this is fucking bad. This was in a time where they tried to do the whole 3D, thing where all the movies coming out in these early 2000s were all trying to do 3D and shit. So this was that movie, but aside from that, just looking corny and not working, the story itself was just like whack and not good. So universally, that's the one that's most hated, the worst one. So that was pretty interesting to see that everybody agreed with that as well. So we'll get into Bloodlines here. Bloodlines is amazing. That one is phenomenal. I had a great time watching that one. Best opening sequence out of all the Final Destination scenes. It's the one you guys see in the trailer, in the sky view and all that. She's going up to that restaurant. Best opening sequence, I think, in all of them. Phenomenal. The story for me, it mattered. I really cared about the story. It was actually pretty good. Some of the performances in there are like, all right. I mean, it's Final Destination, right? Like some of these people are just like there, whatever. So not too crazy on that. But then the actual death scenes, they were actually pretty creative, pretty cool. Sometimes, most of the time, realistic. You know how sometimes it's like, not too realistic. Like you need to do this or whatever. No, this one they made sense for the most part. And yeah, I was on board with this. I gave this one a 9 out of 10, and this is the best one in the franchise for me. Yeah, great. I do highly recommend checking out Bloodlines in theater. That Tony Todd scene was amazing. Come to find out that that was improvised was insane to think about. When he said that on screen, it just hit a lot harder, knowing that he did pass, and it was just cool. And then at the end of the whole movie, they had a little memoriam to him, like this dedicated to the movie to him and all that at the end. Very, very cool twist and very awesome way to actually tie in all the movies into Bloodlines to where it all made sense, and there's a reason for each movie, and this did that beautifully. So that was pretty cool. Like I said, I highly recommend checking out Bloodlines. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. I wish I could talk a little bit more on it, but I don't want to spoil anything for those that do want to watch it. So go check that one out in theaters. I think I guess I'll talk on this one too, because I barely just watched it. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning Part 1. I know Jet's talked about Fallout, and he thinks like that's fucking amazing. That was a great movie for him. I felt that way for this one. This one, to me, I was like, holy shit, the story was insane. I'm excited to watch Part 2. Tom Cruise did his thing in this one, as he always does with the stunts and all of that. But to me, my biggest takeaway from this one was the story, and I'm excited to see where it goes and how it ends in Part 2. But yeah, this last one before this one that comes out on Friday is great. So that one's on Paramount Plus. I'm actually doing the whole rewatch again on those to get ready for this next one. So go check out that one if you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, I think those are all the new ones that I got. So I'll kick it over to Jet. What'd you have?